I had a question about how to develop better communication skills with my parents. When we talk about controversial issues or when they're angry, it's very hard to communicate with my parents. They usually put up a barrier and make it quite difficult to communicate in a very civilized manner. So I was wondering how it was possible to, well, actually, when they do put up the barrier, I either, my siblings and I either just shut it off or like just shut them out by saying, yeah, I understand. Or we would match their yelling tone and match and yell along with them. And so I was wondering how to properly, efficiently communicate with my parents without elevating our own blood pressure.
네, 그러면 자기 부모님하고 얘기할 때 할 말이 많아요. 듣기를 좋아해요. 말하고 싶은 욕망이 더 많아요.
So do you, when you speak with your parents, do you have experience a more desire to talk or to listen?
Both. I would love to listen to them because, you know, they are our parents and they know much more than we do. And I do respect their years of wisdom and experience. But at the same time, like I have my own thoughts or my siblings have their own opinions and we want our parents to listen, but they won't listen. They would just put up a barrier and be like,
쉽게 얘기하면 내 얘기를 들어주기를 원하는 거 아니에요.
So you do basically, essentially, you want them to listen to you as well.
Yes.
부모님이 좀 바뀌라는 거 아니에요.
So you're saying right now what you want is your parents to change.
부모 말을 내가 다 안 받아들이고 나도 안 바뀌는데 부모 말을 안 듣는 자기가 자기 말을 부모가 듣겠어요.
So you have difficulty listening to your parents as well. But right now you are expressing a desire for your parents to change also.
right. I mean, I wish it would go both ways. Like, I mean, years of just listening is kind of tough, you know. Like, as a child, okay.
또
you know.
입을 다물고 귀만 열어놓으면 돼요.
So it's listening is easy. You just shut up and just listen, right?
Right. I have years of
그리고
doing
입을 열
that.
때는 묻기만 합니다.
So and when you actually want to speak, open your mouth, just ask them questions.
어머님이 뭐라고 말씀하시면
So when your parents say something,
자꾸 더 물어주는 거예요. 말씀 더 많이 하시고.
so you urge them to speak even more by just questioning them, asking
소통이 잘
questions.
이루어집니다.
Then your communication becomes a lot easier.
아무 문제도 없어요.
So there's no problem at all.
항상 더 물어주세요.
So just ask more
얘기 좀 더
questions
해주세요.
and ask them for more explanations.
그러면 어머니께서 먼저 멈출 거예요.
Then your parents will stop of their own accord.
Okay. So just keep asking them questions.
당분간은 입은 닫고 귀만 여세요.
So for a while, in the near future, do not speak. Close your mouth, but ask and open your ears and listen
듣기를 즐거이 하세요.
and enjoy listening.
그렇게 하라는 건 아니에요. 부모가 시키는 대로 하라는 뜻은 아니에요.
So by listening, I'm not saying that you should do everything your parents tell you.
우선 들어주라는 거예요.
I'm just saying, just listen to what they say.
입이 간질간질하면
So if you want to speak, you feel this urge to speak,
자꾸 물으세요.
and ask them questions instead,
그건 어떻게 돼요?
and say, how does this work?
그래서 부모님이 말하기를 좋아하도록
So ask them to speak more, so they
어머니
enjoy
기분이 좋아질 거예요.
speaking, so they feel better.
그러면 소통이 저절로 돼요.
Then communication happens naturally.
Okay. I have a sub question to that. Sometimes during the listening, when this is referring to my mom, when my mom's angry about something, sometimes she likes to go on and on and on about that topic, like a broken record. Even though we tell her, like, yes, I understand, I understand what you're saying. I'll do it next time. But
네,
then,
알았어요. 시간이 지금 부족해서 제가 죄송합니다.
yeah.
알았다 하는 게 듣기 싫다는 얘기잖아요.
But when you say I know, you're basically telling her that you don't want to listen to her anymore.
No, but I understand. I understand what she's saying the first time I got it. I'm not deaf. But she just keeps going on and on and on, and I'm
아니
just like,
그러니까 핵심은 듣기 싫다는 거 아니야.
But basically, what you're telling her is that you don't want her, or you don't want to listen to her anymore because she's saying the same thing, right?
yeah, I don't want to listen to her, etc., etc., etc. I got it the first time.
그러니까 알아는 게 아니고 듣기 싫은 거예요.
So when you say I know, basically you are also telling her that I don't want to listen to you anymore.
그 어머니는 듣기 싫어하니까 계속 얘기를 해서
And
들으라고 얘기하는 거예요.
since you, so your mother will insist on speaking because basically she's hearing I don't want to listen to you anymore.
자기가 귀를 막고 있는 거예요.
Basically, you have closed your ears.
듣기 싫은 표현이 두 가지가 있습니다.
So there are two expressions by which you express your intent not to want to listen anymore.
하나는 알았다는 거예요.
One is saying I know already.
Right.
그래서 두 번, 세 번 그래도 더 얘기하면
So if your mother insists on repeating herself,
알았다니까 하고 악을
then
써요.
you scream I know already, right?
또 하나 방법 이렇게
Then
표현이 있어요.
there's another expression. Then.
모르겠다는 거예요.
The another expression is I don't know.
뭐라고 얘기하면 난 모르겠다.
And you say I don't know what you're talking about.
계속 그래도 계속 얘기하면 모르겠다니까 이렇게 악을
Then you
쓰죠.
say I don't know what you're talking about, so stop telling me.
그건 뭐예요? 듣기 싫다는 얘기예요.
But they both mean the same thing. You don't want to listen to.
우리가 듣기 싫은 것을 표현할 때 알았다와 모르겠다 두 가지가 있어요.
So when we don't want to listen to somebody, we actually use these two different expressions. I know already, or I have no idea what you're talking about.
이런 사람은 부처님이 오셔도 구제 못한다고 경전에 나와 있어요.
So in the Buddhist sacred text, it says that even Buddha cannot help you if you have this
이런 사람을
attitude.
비유하는 게 이런 게 있습니다.
So there is an analogy we have.
사람들이 비가 오는 날
So in a rainy day,
빗물을 받으려고 그릇을 갖고 나갑니다.
so a person has his bowl in order to catch the rain.
그래서 자기 그릇 크기만큼 빗물을 받는다.
So the person catches the amount of water he catches is the amount of is the size. It's basically the size of the bowl.
근데 어떤 사람은 하루 종일 서 있었는데 빗물을 한 방울도 못 받아요.
However, a person can stand outside in the rain for the whole day, but is not able to catch a single drop.
이 사람은 어떤 사람인가?
Then what kind of person is this person?
그릇을 거꾸로 쥐고 있는 사람.
The person actually has the bowl upside down.
그거를 바가지를 거꾸로 쥐고 있는 사람이 바로 듣기 싫다는 사람이에요.
So it's a person who has a bowl upside down. It's somebody who does not want to listen.
그래서 자기가 지금 거꾸로 쥐고 있는 거예요.
So you actually have the bowl upside down.
그러니까 먼저 바가지를 이렇게 바로 세우세요.
So first and foremost, turn your bowl around
즉 어머니의 말씀을 들을 귀를 먼저 여세요.
and open your ears to listen to your mom
자꾸 물어줘야 돼요.
and keep asking her questions.
어머니 얘기 좀 더 해주세요.
So
이런 마음을 내야
please
돼요.
tell me more.
더요 이렇게.
He said, tell me more and more.
이렇게 하면 첫째 내가 편안하고
If you do this, then you bring about peace to yourself.
그러면 시간이 지나면 얘기가 줄어듭니다.
Then after a while, actually, the amount she speaks will decrease naturally.
자기는 듣기 싫어도 얘기하니까 들어주면 더 많이 할 것 같죠.
So you think that, if you allow her to speak more and encourage her, that she's going to say more, correct?
잠시는 그렇습니다.
For a little while, that may happen.
계속 들어주면
But if you continue really hearing her,
급격하게 줄어듭니다.
then you'll see her say less, actually.
Okay.
내 얘기는 조금 해도 돼요.
You can speak a little bit about yourself,
그런데 그게 잘 효과가 납니다.
and if you do that, that actually has a huge impact.
좀 더 효과적으로 대응하려면
So if you want to have an effective solution to the situation,
많이 들어주고
listen and hear more
가끔가다 조금만 얘기하면
and speak sporadically in short amounts,
굉장히 효과가 있어요.
then that's a really effective communication.
직접 가서 실험해 보세요.
And try experimenting this right now.
하루 갖고 안 되고
It doesn't happen overnight.
100일을 정해놓고
Say 100 days,
100일은 무조건 들어준다.
and for 100 days tell yourself, I'll just listen, hear her.
항상 물어서 추가로 들어준다.
And I'll actually ask her questions to urge her to say more.
그러면 정말 변화가 옵니다.
Then you will see a real transformation.
Okay. I'll give it a whirl.
쉽지는
감사합니다.
않습니다.
So it's not easy.
Yeah, I know.
그러니까 이제 난 어머니는 부처님입니다.
Say, imagine your mom that she's a Buddha.
어머니 말씀은 그래서 항상 옳습니다.
Saying, and have the attitude that whatever she says, she's correct.
저는 가능하면 많이 듣겠습니다.
And I want to listen to her, the Buddha, tell me more.
이렇게 매일 108배 절을 해야 됩니다.
and do a 108 bow practice every day with that attitude.
그러니까 의식적으로 무의식에다가 하루에 10번씩 자기 암시를 줘야 합니다.
Basically, you are trying to impact through your conscious effort the reactions, the negativity that exists in your subconscious.
그러나 현실에서 어머니는 부처가 아니고
Then in reality, your mother is not a Buddha.
오히려 마군입니다. 사탄입니다.
And she actually is a Satan.
그런데 부처라고 하는데 현실은 사탄이에요.
So you think that she is a Buddha, but in reality, she is Satan.
이게 계속 충돌합니다.
So basically, those two realities conflict and collide with each other.
그런데도 계속 이렇게 기도를 하면
But if you continue on with that kind of prayer,
어느 날 사탄이 부처로 탁 보입니다.
then all of a sudden, one day, you'll certainly see the Satan transform herself into a Buddha.
이게 큰 장벽이 무너지는 거예요.
Then you feel that wall coming down.
진짜 어머니가 부처님처럼 보입니다.
Then actually, you do see her as Buddha.
얘기 듣는 게 아주 좋은 얘기예요.
And everything she says is music to your ears.
그러면 내가 편해집니다.
That brings about peace to yourself.
그때부터 이제 조금 변화가 일어납니다.
And from then on, you'll see a transformation.
어머니도 바뀌기 시작합니다.
Your mom will start to change.
내가 바뀌지 않는데 어머니를 바뀌는 일은 절대로 없습니다.
And if you yourself don't change first, it's impossible for your mom to change.
왜냐하면 무의식계에서 이 계속 서로 경쟁을 하고 있기 때문에
Because it is your subconscious that's colliding with each other.
내가 내려놔야
So you have to be let go.
어머니에게도 이 경쟁심이 사라집니다. 이 갈등이 사라집니다.
Then you take away the source of the conflict.
알아들었습니다. 감사합니다.
네, 질문이 더 있다고 하는데요. 시간이 너무 많이 지났습니다.
So they said we have more questioners, but I think we are just way over time.
좋은 시간이 됐습니까?
I hope you had a good time today.
조금 어려웠어요?
Was it a little too difficult?
진리는 먼 곳에 있지 않습니다.
So truth is not somewhere far away.
깨달음도 먼 곳에 있지 않습니다.
So enlightenment is not far away.
우리의 마음이 시시때때로 작용하는 이곳에 있습니다.
So enlightenment and truth is inside our minds and the way it operates.
번뇌를 번뇌인 줄을 알면
To recognize suffering as suffering,
그것이 진리입니다.
that is the truth.
진리가 따로 있는 것이 아닙니다.
So truth is not something separate.
그래서 지금 살아가고 있는 지금 마음이 작용하고 있는 지금의 여러분들이 주시를 하셔야 됩니다.
So that's why you have to be awake to the fact how your mind operates and perceives here and now.
근데 여러분들은 진리를 딴 곳에 먼 곳에 있는 걸로 생각하고 있습니다.
But most of you think that truth is somewhere far away, separate.
그래서 여러분들은 죽을 때까지 진리를 찾다가 진리 구경도 못하고 죽습니다.
That's why you will spend the rest of your life looking for the truth, yet fail to catch a glimpse of the truth before you die.
옛날에 우리 한국 속담에 이런 말이 있습니다.
So there's an old adage in Korea.
파랑새를 찾아서 산 넘고 물 건너 전 세계를 다녔는데
So in looking for a blue bird, you go up the hills and through the mountains and over the hills,
결국 찾지 못하고
and you fail to find her.
집에 돌아와서 엎드려서 천장을 보고 있으니까
But
천하를 보고
then you
있으니까
come back and you lay down because you're tired and look into the ceiling.
집 처마 밑에 있었다.
Then you all of a sudden find the blue birds right there underneath the ceiling.
행복을 찾지 마십시오.
So do not look for happiness.
지금 행복하셔야 합니다.
Just be happy here and now.
지금 행복하셔야 합니다.
Be happy now.
행복할 못할 아무런 이유가 없습니다.
Because there's absolutely no reason for you not to be happy now.
여러분들 지금 뭔가 이미 행복이 주어져 있는데 지금 여러분들은 꿈속에서 딴 생각을 하고 있는 거예요.
So happiness exists for you right here and now, yet you're not able to recognize it because you're thinking of something else in your dreams.
잠을 깨고 지금을 보셔야 합니다.
So you have to wake up from your dream and see your happiness today and now.
행복하게 사시기 바랍니다.
So I wish all of you great happiness.
감사합니다.
Thank you.